single time that I hear Cass speak, I literally go away thinking I can conquer anything, because she just has this incredible ability to build you up, make you feel good, and make you feel like you can do anything. And like anyone, she's been through ups and downs in her business, but I could not think of a better person for you to hear from than Cass. Now, I'm especially grateful because it's still the end of the month with her, and I know she's going on a training with her team, and that's why we changed this till half an hour later. But I'm just so grateful, and I'm hoping that she is on the call. Cass, are you there? If you are, can you just unmute?
I'm here. Hello, my darling. How are you?
Amazing. Thank you so much for hopping on. People were saying to me, oh, Cass is next to live, they were telling me, so you're a busy lady.
I've been all over the place today. Thank you for your beautiful that's so kind.
Well, I could read out all your outline links, Cass, but that would take half an hour, so that's why I haven't done that. Okay, I want to get into the actual training.
Don't worry about that.
Okay, we are just going to get started, and I hope you've all got pen and paper ready, because you're going to want to take notes of what Cass is going to share with us. So, Cass, can I ask you a first question? Tell me what you did before you started your Arbonne business.
Okay, hi everyone, how are you? So excited and grateful to be here. I'm Cassandra House. I'm an independent consultant and executive national vice president, and for anything typical, please go to earningsforarbonne.com. But I am so excited to be with Leona on this call. So what did I do before Arbonne? Before Arbonne, I was a full-time PE teacher, and I had 5 traditional businesses. So I had 2 dance schools, I had 2 dancewear stores, and a hair and beauty salon. And I was really busy. I was working about 110 hours a week. I was also finishing my master's in education. So working full time in the day, teaching dance all night in the night. So I worked from 9 till 3:30 at high school, 3:30 till 9 at my dance schools, and was doing post-grad study as well. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I was teaching. Lots of teaching. I'm a teacher.
Can I ask a quick question? And it's more that you, of all people, would have had a good reason to say no to this business. Because listen to you, look at this now busy, 5 businesses. What was it then that captured you to think, I'm going to say yes to this?
One night I was in my office and I was just like, literally, I'd said no to this business for 9 months. So I was offered it again, went to a presentation, no, don't need another business. When someone said, I've got a business opportunity, I was like, I don't need a business. And I was offered it by a Facebook message. So just, out of the blue in the inbox. And I don't know if you know, but 8 years ago, we didn't really check our Facebook that often. It was like not really the thing to check all the time. So it's just bizarre. But I was franchising. I was franchising my dance schools. I'd written the first franchise program for Australia. I was helping people start their own dance school. So I had a really big passion for finding great, talented students that had come out of school, maybe 18, that, didn't want to go to university and wanted to dance, but didn't want to go into the performance world because, it's a really tough gig in that dancing performance world, but wanted to stick to their craft and teach and choreograph like I'd done. So I'd actually coached students to become owners of dance schools, and then that was working well. And there's dance schools still around to this day that are running from my coaching and all of that, and from my mentorship and franchising. And they literally, I literally thought, it's amazing. It costs them a lot to get started though, in capital and having a studio and equipment and all of that. When I heard about the Arbonne business, I was like, the penny dropped just one night. It was like 10 o'clock. I was in my office. I'd just been teaching all day, all afternoon and night. Went to my office and it's like I got it. And I thought, hang on, I get it. Like, it's so weird. Like, for 9 months I was saying no to Arbonne, but I didn't really get it. Like, I still didn't get what the thing was. I don't know. You're all probably much smarter than me. But I was like, there's this thing, but I still don't know, so I'm just going to say no. And then I just was like, it's an online franchise business. It's an online way for us to me to help more people and help people at a price point that's far less than starting their very own traditional business. So really, I was trying to do what Arbonne does in the traditional business world, with lots of staff, lots of overheads, lots of responsibility, lots of licensing and things like that. And I just literally thought, oh my goodness, this is the smartest gig in town, and I can help anyone today, because let's face it, most people have the $65 to start with. I can help anyone today. Oh my goodness, like I can actually help anyone. And it was so smart. Like I was the last person on the list that needed a business, the last person that you thought would do this business, or was, I was very busy, very successful, very known to be successful in the town as well. And I wouldn't have been on your list. Okay, so someone out of town asked me. So I literally just realized how forward thinking it was. And I used to say to people, one day people are going to be shopping online, one day people are going to be doing video chats online, one day. And like Zoom actually came out once I was already an ENVP, so we didn't have Zoom, right? So like I saw the vision of what it could be, I guess. And now I'm like, how smart is it now? People, when they see this, I'm like, how can you not see how smart this is? It's like it's happening before our eyes, all the things we're talking about. So yes, was that the answer? I hope that answered the question.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. It's so incredible that light bulb moment actually happens, isn't it? When you realise, yes, I need to do this business. Yes. Tell me, Cass, how has your life changed since starting your Arbonne business?
So I, my life changed. How's my life changed? Yes. I travel. So the reason I wanted to do this business was to be able to do more travel, and to be able to have more flexibility, and to be able to help people on a bigger scale. Okay, so now I'm able to, I work when I want to work. I work with who I want to work with. I'm flexible, like I'm in California right now. I was in, Australia. I've lived in London doing this business. I've traveled New Zealand for months at a time. It's given me complete flexibility and choices. So I started this business for choices, to have choices to do what I want with who I want anywhere in the world at any time. And that's literally the life I live now. So a life that I create, that I design, that I choose, where and what and how I spend my days. And yeah, it's literally transformational, for sure.
I love it. So clearly when you started, you were a very busy person. How did you fit your Arbonne business into your already busy life?
So I realized that I was the brand. Okay, so instead of thinking, how do I fit Arbonne into my business, I realized that I was the brand. I was the face of my very own business, and I was the face of my Arbonne business. So wherever I went, Arbonne came with me. So I shared it in my lunch breaks. I shared it when I was buying a coffee. I shared it downtown. I just literally talked. And I'm a good talker. And someone said, you'll be able to build a business off talking. I was like, well, that's my profession. Let's talk. So just as I went about life, as I went into Woolworths, I was like, oh, you're really lovely. Like, I actually have an opportunity for you. Whereas before, I could only help people that could dance. And of all dancers, not all dancers are teachers. They're not made to be teachers. So I was looking for a unique person. I thought everyone has skin and hair. Everyone wants to earn more money. And everyone's going to have a shower and wash their body with skincare and use makeup and hair care for the rest of their life. They're everywhere. So I just took my business with me. So instead of finding time to do my business, I became my business. Wherever I went, I was able to share this opportunity.
I love that. That's why this business is so simple. We don't say it's easy, but that's what you've just summed it up really in a simplistic form. You're just going to be your brand and be out there and speaking to everyone that you come across, basically.
Yeah.
We have an incredible opportunity to offer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and with social media now, like through a click of a button, you can cross over people's path. It's like, it's like walking downtown, but online. So yeah, you're passing people all the time as you just go about anything. Like I just went to the health food shop then and met this really lovely girl, and I was like, oh my goodness, I've got these amazing products I want to share with you. Can I have your Instagram? That's it. But I didn't think, is it Arbonne time? you know, like you just got to blend it into your life.
Love it, love it. Okay, as we know, business has ups and downs. So what hurdles have you overcome, or you come across, sorry, and then how have you overcome them?
When I read your question, I'm like, hurdles. I literally have trained myself to look for the good. Look for, like, just focus on the good. I think the biggest thing probably is I feel now, as the years go on, is recreating that why and that vision and keeping the fire burning. That's probably not a hurdle, but that's just something that's I'm dealing with at the moment. Like, okay, what's next? Like, what do I want to create next? What does that want to look like? What do I have to show up like to create that? You know, as life changes, and all of that. Your team will come and go. Know that. The team that you have today will probably not be with you in years to come. They might, some will, I look at the team that took me to district isn't the team that took me to area. The team took me area wasn't the team that took me to region. Team that we worked to region didn't take us to nation. I've had MVPs come. I've had MVPs go. I've rebuilt new MVPs. That's our top level of the company. So when it comes to hurdles, I think nothing's happening to me. It's happening for me. Nothing's in the way, it's on the way. And I have unconditional faith and trust that everything is working out in my favour and for the goodness of all, because the universe has my back. And I literally live my day like the day is rigged in my favour. So I don't know if I don't notice all the hurdles, but I'm on a mission. No matter what, I will keep going through with those mantras that when someone says, oh my goodness, this person's leaving, or this person's doing this, or this person's, whatever, I'm like, it's all good. We just keep going. Like, it's knowing that you are your most important player and not getting too caught up in external. Obviously, yeah, is that a hurdle? Yeah, that's a hurdle. I don't know. What hurdles have I had, Leona? You know all about me.
Well, can I ask one? Because actually I think, and you kind of what you've picked up on before as well, you're talking about that, you're the brand, you get out there, you speak to people. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the biggest hurdles that people probably really find the most challenging is the no's. Oh, okay. That they go out and speak to people. So you are so successful, Cass. You will have had so many no's. Mm-hmm. What tips can you give, anyone listening to this to help them overcome that no's, I guess, in their day-to-day asking?
Yeah. Okay. So a no is normally a not yet. So I never take it to heart at all, because I'm like, it's a not yet. They'll all come back. They all come back. I've had no way, never turn into MVPs. So I never get caught up in the no, because the no's are not yet. And they might have to say no like 10 or 20 times before they say yes. So no, that all of a sudden dissolves all no's to actually being a good thing. And remember that most people join your business between the 5th and 12th exposure. So you need these no's to get closer to a yes. So, and seeing that this business isn't for everyone, when someone says no, it's not a negative. It's like rejection is a protection. There's a reason. If they were meant to say yes, they would say yes. No one passes you by that's meant to be in your business. I don't ever feel that there's no loss. I never think, oh, well, that one that said no, those years ago, I never think that, because other things have shown up instead. And if you're on a mission and you're holding your vision true and you're working and you're genuinely helping other people, if someone says no, then that's fine, because it's not for them at this time. And you wouldn't want to waste time with someone that doesn't actually want to work with you. So another way to see a no is that it's just, there's a level of self-respect to keep going and not get caught up in it. Think of all the times you say no in a day. I don't go to McDonald's ever, but they say, do you want fries with that? No. Do you think she's crying out the back because you said no to the fries? No. Because the next car might get them, or the next car might get them, the next car might get them, right? And it's like anything. You might get 100 no's, but you get one yes, and that could turn into one of your biggest players. Like, think of, all the stars in, all the athletic stars. Think of all the hoops that Michael Jordan has missed, okay? But there might be 50 great shots that made him the best player. You know, think of all the songs that people put out before you hear their one hit. You know, like, if you expect that everyone's going to say yes, you're going to be heartbroken. And really, it's not about you. When someone says no, it's not about you. So if you get caught up and attached to it, then you're really making someone else's world your world, which isn't your path. And so when someone says no, I just say bless and release, all good. If it's meant to be, you know what, it's up to me. I'm going to keep going. And I remember when I started, I had a jar, and I thought to myself, right, every time I get a no, I'm going to put up a little piece of paper, roll it up, and put the no on it and throw it in like a Post-it note. When that jar's full, I'm going to be at the top of this company. And so you need the no's to get to the yeses. And some will, some won't, so what? Someone's waiting. That's what I've always thought. So a no is just going to lead you to the next person.
I love that. I think that's if you're a new consultant, or you feel your business isn't where you want it to be, I think it's a great idea to have a jar and put the no's in it, because if nothing else, it shows you how much activity you're really in. Because if your jar isn't moving week to week, day to day, week to week, then that's probably why you're not being successful, because you're not asking enough people. I love that, Cass.
Yeah, I love the no. You got to fall in love with the no's. I love the no's. I have a document called 100 no's is good for your business. Like, get the no's. Just think, when people are 4, 6, 7, 12 wide, right? So, for example, with someone in our company that's 12 nations wide, after 30 years, 12 of 30 years, how many no's do you think it took to get those 12? A lot, right? How many no's? Like, to become 4 nationwide is huge, right? Just think how many no's it took to find 4 epic yeses. Heaps. You're only looking for 10 rock stars in your whole lifetime, 20 rock stars. That's not hard to find in a whole lifetime of this business, right? So embrace the no's, because the no's are leading you to a yes. And so many times I've had a no, and then the next person or the person after that is a gun, and I'm like, that's why the no said no, because they didn't want me to waste time over here. My time was better used here. Just always know that you're guided and directed to the yeses.
Yeah, that's spot on. And I remember, just to your point of saying that when someone says no, it doesn't mean it's a no now. I remember being at GTC one year, and I'd asked this girl at the beginning of my business, and she's going, absolutely no way would she consider doing a business like Arbonne. And I was at GTC sitting in the audience, and I was obviously posting on Instagram, and I get this message from her saying, you know, I know you spoke to me about Arbonne a few years back, and I would love to talk to you about it. It looks like you're having so much fun, and my circumstances have changed. Yes. And I just think you're so right. Some people will come back to how you react.
Yeah, I agree. Timing is everything. So it might be a no now, and someone might say no, but then, you know, they're happy, they're in their corporate job, and then like, no, and then they might fall pregnant, and they think, oh, I actually don't want to go back to a corporate job when I've got a child, and I don't want to have to put the child in daycare. Like, oh, timing's changed. Okay, they might say yes. So always have the door open and always be there to serve and love other people. And a no will always turn into something.
Love it. I love it. Okay. What has been your biggest learning in your business so far, would you say?
I think of the word patience when you say that, because I'm not the most patient person. I want to create it now. I want it today. I want to, although that has changed a lot, I'm much better at, patience. But this business has taught me patience. This business has taught me to know that what I'm creating is done anyway. So to enjoy the moment. Patience is probably one thing I've learned from this business, is because, you know, if I make a decision to do something, I go and do it. And not everyone works on that sort of level or speed, and that's fine. But, you know, they might have more responsibilities and different life circumstances. So, yeah, the patience to wait and see the fruit on the tree. Because what do they say? The last thing that comes is the fruit on a tree, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the fruit to come straight away. But this business has helped me become more patient. What else? What was the question again? Sorry.
What should be your biggest lesson since you started in this business?
Lesson. Oh, Leona. Why can't I even think of that? Well, there's so many lessons. I'm like, which one? Probably stay true to your vision. So when there's an up, like if Arbonne's up or Arbonne's down, it doesn't mean anything in your world. Like, stay true to your vision and what you're creating. Don't follow the pack. Don't follow the vibe that's going on. Like, you might think, the month's down globally. Yeah, but that doesn't mean your month has to be down. Like, stay true to your vision and what you're creating, and, be that leader that raises the bar, and not let what's happening around you make you act average. So don't settle because other people are settling. Because, misery loves company, like all that chatter. We're in lots of groups, so we hear all the chatter. Like, you hear what's going on across the world in about 2 seconds. You're like, don't always get caught up in that. I want you to hold your vision, and because you are the leader. You are the main person that's moving forward in this business. You want to be the best player in the team, the best player in the company. Don't bench yourself just because everyone's on the bench. So when the bench is calling out to you, stay on the field. That's probably...
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, Cass, you have achieved so much, but where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
5 years. Well, much wider in Arbonne. It's the only place where width is good. Wider. Bringing more MVPs, bringing more regional vice presidents. Yeah, expanding my business, 5-10 times bigger than it is now. Creating, other businesses to go alongside that, being able to, impact the world. My biggest mission at the moment is, I'm bringing to life the thing I've been doing in Arbonne, and that is teaching belief. So, I will be a world-renowned belief coach in 5 years' time from now. And, have helped, millions, and, my goal is to impact 1 billion lives with helping people believe in themselves. So helping 1 billion people believe that anything is possible, that they're worthy and deserving of their truest, highest, grandest vision, and actually having incredible results because they've learned to believe properly and be able to, really level up and create amazing things. So not only expand my business massively in Arbonne, but helping my team expand theirs as well with my teachings of belief and the impact of belief. So, yeah, my mission is helping the world believe bigger.
I love it, and I have no doubt that you will do that. Okay, last question, and this is a biggie because I think, it's the end of the month in the rest of the world at the moment, apart from Australia and New Zealand. And in fact, it's the start of a new month here. So it's a pretty big one. And some people will be sitting going, yes, I've had the most incredible month. I've smashed my goals. I'm on fire. I'm feeling amazing. And other people are feeling really stuck. So what would you say, or what nugget or can you share with someone that is feeling really stuck in their business to get them out of that place and into, momentum and feeling, confident and good about themselves?
Okay, so confidence is created from doing what you said you're going to do. So if you're not feeling confident right now and you're feeling stuck, it's probably because you've been not doing the things that you know you should, or the things that you've said that you should do. And there is no bigger sabotage to your self-esteem and your self-worth and your self-belief than not doing what you said you're going to do. So draw a line in the sand, step over it, and decide and commit that you will do what you know you should do, and you're going to act like a VP from today. Because the reason you're stuck is because you've stopped doing what you did to get there. So no one is stuck in a growing, thriving business because they're actually doing the work. So it's really that you've stopped working that you feel stuck. And so remember this, the cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived. So why keep procrastinating and calling yourself stuck when you know exactly what to do? No one on this call doesn't know what to do. You all know what to do, because I know that because you're in the business. So you've signed up yourself and you've bought some product. That's all you need to show other people how to do. And literally stop making this about yourself and start making it about other people. So when we're stuck, our vision goggles are turned inwards and we're thinking, poor me, why me, oh me, I don't know what to do, there's no one anywhere, no one wants to do it with me, me. It's like it's all about yourself. That is not a service mentality. I want you to turn your business or turn your vision goggles outwards and start thinking, who can I help? How can I help? What can I give? What can I serve with? What more can I bring to this world? What more can I bring to this planet? Who, how, what can I be of service to more? And when you help other people, you'll stop thinking about yourself. And when you're helping other people, you're in momentum and movement forward, and you won't be stuck because you'll actually be working. So service is working. But remember that the cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived. Every day that you think you're stuck, you're robbing yourself of your dream life.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. And that's so true. I always say that to my team is, don't be thinking about who can I get onto my team. Don't be thinking who can I sell products to. Think about who can I actually help, because there's so many people out there that are looking for our help. Yeah. Cass, thank you so much. I know people will have got so much out of that. You are just amazing. The next 5 years for you are looking so promising. I know that. We missed you here in Australia, but I hope you're loving life in the US. And thank you for giving up your time at the end of the month. We really appreciate it.
Oh, I love you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone. It's such an honor to be with all of you. Big loves from me. Thanks, Leona. Love you.
Take care. Bye.